Welcome back to our journey through the Major Arcana. This week's card is the Lover's card, card number 6. And as you can see, there's two figures down below. Those represent usually Adam and Eve. And they're looking up to the heavens, to the angel above. And there's the sun behind the angel, signifying the right choices to make. And will they make the right choices? Also to note in this card, suggesting that Adam and Eve, right there is a snake. If you can see the snake down the side. The mountain in the background signifies difficulties. And as you can see, the mountain is between the two. So with this card, usually, which this card is interesting how it's shown through the different artists, that sometimes it can be seen as an insecure relationship, as a not equals, as sometimes an affair. And also another reference to Adam and Eve is the tree right here. To show, and this angel is I'm not sure if she's showing judgment or if she's showing trying to show the two figures the correct way to go. And as you can see, the woman is looking up for answers. Let's look to see how this card is reflected through the other decks. The first card I always love to show you is the Wandering Star Tarot by Kat Pierce. And in this, it does look like a loving couple. It says at the top, love, harmony, union, and then love and harmony again. So this is showing a very harmonious, obviously, relationship between the two, flowering below. So probably a newer relationship rather than a marriage that's been together. Or it could have been, if you're pulling this card, it could be if you have an empty nest and you're finding your partner again, or who you've evolved to in your adult relationship. So it could be a rebirth of a relationship. And that's what I pick up a lot on this particular card, is not necessarily an imbalance between the two. It's just a rebirth of a relationship. Which, speaking of, let's look next at the Dark Mansion Tarot by Tarot Tech. And in this particular deck, I'll show you the card. And in this one, it is the happy union between, or supposed happy union. And then there's this woman in the background, and she's looking enviously at the relationship, wanting to either be involved or she is involved, and one of the partners unknowing. And again, here we have the snake, the Adam and Eve reference. And there are some flowers, but it's not a full bloom like this particular card showed with the full bloom below. And also in this card is the sun setting in the background, is the sun rising. That's how you can interpret based on your sitter or yourself, whether a relationship is new or if it's an older relationship. Okay, the next deck is the Curious Creatures by Chris-Anne. And this is how this is reflected. Again, probably, they look like they're on a date. They look like they might be together for a longer period of time, not necessarily a new relationship, maybe the rebirth or the courting of a relationship. But again, the snake in the background, the apple, suggesting something's forbidden. And then this is a new deck for me. It's the Ehrenberg Tarot by Steve Ernberg. And this is a new deck, like I said. It's interesting because it shows all of the cards in the deck show a very close-up view, but I thought this was a good card to show you. It's a literal Adam and Eve with the apples in the background and the snake, referencing more of a forbidden love. Okay, and the last deck I'm going to show you again is the Animal Totem by Lisa Robertson. And I thought this was interesting how it came up as well. Again, probably not the imbalance or an immature relationship. They're the opposite but equal. It doesn't look like an imbalance of power or of emotions, or is there even a snake in this? I'm not sure I see the snake in this card. So it's definitely more of a union of two people, and especially the way their necks are in a heart. So that's a quick one again today. Pretty straightforward card. You can see in the different decks how the different meanings come through, and depending on which deck you choose for your question and what cards come up, it can mean a whole different meaning and feeling. So you have to rely on yourself to say this is an immature love, or there's an imbalance, or there's a harmonious equal of the two people, the same relationship, two separate people who remain individuals, which is what I pick up heavily in this card. And our next week, we will be discussing the Chariot, card number 7. So come back next week and we'll talk about the Chariot. Let me know what you think of the Lover's card. If this is a card you don't like, if you love this card, if you feel the happy harmony, like the Cat Pierce, or if you see more of the someone lurking in the background in the relationship. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Thanks.